Every morning before sunrise, 72-year-old Samuel unlocked the iron gate of the luxurious Hawthorne estate. For 35 years, he had cared for every flower, every tree, and every inch of the massive garden. He wasn't just a gardener. He had watched the owner's children grow up. He planted the oak tree beside the lake when the owner's wife was pregnant. He even buried the family's beloved dog beneath the white roses. To everyone else, he was invisible. But to the estate itself, he was part of its soul. Then everything changed. The elderly owner passed away unexpectedly. His only son, Ethan Hawthorne, inherited the billion-dollar company and the estate. At just 34 years old, Ethan was famous for making ruthless business decisions. He believed emotions made people weak. On his very first day managing the estate, he walked through the gardens wearing an expensive Italian suit. He looked around with disappointment. "What is all this old-fashioned landscaping?" he asked. The estate manager answered quietly. "Samuel designed most of it." Ethan frowned. "I want modern architecture. Tear out these flower beds. Build fountains and marble pathways." Samuel politely stepped forward. "Sir, your father personally chose every tree here." Ethan barely looked at him. "My father is gone." Silence filled the garden. "And you're fired." 35 years of loyalty ended in 5 seconds. Samuel nodded without arguing. He simply removed his old gardening gloves, placed the keys on a wooden bench, looked one last time at the blooming roses, then quietly walked away. Not a single employee dared stop him. That night, a violent storm swept across the city. Rain poured for hours. Lightning struck repeatedly. The next morning, workers discovered that one section of the hill behind the mansion had started collapsing. Small cracks appeared in the ground. Engineers arrived immediately. After several inspections, they gave shocking news. The roots of the old trees were preventing a massive landslide. Many of the trees Ethan had ordered removed were natural barriers holding the hillside together. Without them, the estate itself was becoming unstable. Construction stopped instantly. Repair costs were estimated at over $12 million. Ethan was furious. Who approved this design? The engineers replied with one sentence. "The original landscape plan was created by your gardener." Ethan laughed in disbelief. A gardener? He demanded the old blueprints. Hours later, he found Samuel's handwritten notes dating back 3 decades. Each tree had been planted to control erosion. Each flower bed redirected rainwater. Every stone pathway reduced flooding. Samuel hadn't just created a beautiful garden. He had engineered the land itself. For the first time, Ethan realized he had fired the one man who understood the estate better than anyone alive. Determined to fix his mistake, he searched for Samuel. He visited his small rented home. The landlord pointed down the street. "He's at the community park." There, Ethan found Samuel kneeling beside a patch of dying flowers. He had already started volunteering for free, helping children learn gardening, teaching elderly neighbors how to grow vegetables. Without expecting a single dollar, Ethan slowly approached. "I owe you an apology." Samuel smiled gently. "You owe the trees one too." Ethan lowered his head. "I was wrong." Samuel remained silent. After a long pause, Ethan asked, "Would you come back?" Samuel looked toward the children laughing nearby. "I don't need the job." Ethan's face fell. "But the estate needs you." Samuel thought quietly, then answered, "Only if nothing is destroyed." Ethan agreed immediately. Over the next several months, Samuel returned not as a gardener, but as the estate's environmental director. His knowledge transformed the entire property. The gardens became famous across the country. Universities brought students to study his natural landscape designs. Environmental organizations praised the estate for sustainable conservation. Even the company benefited. Its commitment to environmental responsibility attracted international investors. Profits reached record highs. One afternoon, Ethan sat beside Samuel under the giant oak tree. "The funny thing," Ethan admitted, "I thought experience was old-fashioned." Samuel smiled. "Experience isn't old, it's simply wisdom that survived." Months later, Ethan placed a bronze plaque at the estate entrance. It didn't mention billionaires. It didn't mention luxury. It simply read, "This land stands because one humble gardener cared for it every single day." Visitors stopped to read it. Many never learned Samuel's full story, but every employee knew. Respect isn't earned by wealth. It's earned by years of quiet dedication. And sometimes, the most valuable person in the room is the one nobody notices. The end.